Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Reality Roundup.
Welcome, bienvenue, come on in.
So we've got some exciting stuff to talk about this week. We're gonna get to Survivor, relax.
Right.
But first, Julie Chen, I wanted to
Hashtag.
quickly talk about The Masked Singer, because a lot of you guys have been asking, are you watching it?
my
What's
God.
up? And guess what?
We've
We're
been
kind of
watching
hooked on it. Oh my god! What is going on? Okay, so obviously
Who
it's
are
like
you?
I don't know. It's like such a ridiculous show, but we just started watching it randomly one day. It's Dad's
Yeah.
fault. I blame him
He
because
really likes it.
he does. Well, okay, so he was watching it
Mhm.
because he was just like kind of flipping through the channels.
We were all watching it.
Well, no, he was watching it. Then we started to pay attention to it too.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, what is this? Because like obviously we'd heard of it and everything.
No, I knew what it was.
Yeah, but we never had actually sat
Yeah.
down and watched it. And now we just, we can't stop. And I set it to record and
Yeah.
it's done. Like, it's done.
It's not bad if you don't watch it live and if you just like go through and, skip most of it and just see who the, person is.
Well, I like to get the clues and see if I can figure it out. And I'm telling you, okay,
You've been good lately.
I gotta
two
tell
of
you
them.
guys.
You got two of them.
this, what is he dressed up as? He's dressed up as the cheetah. That is Seal. That is the one and only Seal.
We don't know that for sure, but
No, we do. It is Seal.
Alright.
If you guys think about it, okay, so his speaking voice, he had a British accent.
right.
He sounds like Seal when he sings.
Yeah.
He sounds like Seal when he sings. And did I happen to
He's
mention?
Tall AF.
Yeah, he sounds like Seal when he sings.
Yeah.
That is Seal.
Plus, all the clues really do match up.
Yeah, he's like 6'4", so if you look at how tall he is
Google
next
it.
to Nick Cannon, like, it all makes sense. But my point is, we are, like, invested in this now,
Yeah.
and we're, like, Googling stuff to see if it matches up with what we think, and
Right.
it's just a
fun.
good time.
It's fun. It's
a good
family
time.
fun.
I don't know if we've pinpointed anybody else. Like, last night, once
You
Jenny...
got Ollie,
Dad actually said Layla Ali
Layla Ali,
the
yeah.
week before, or 2 weeks ago, whatever.
Yeah.
And last night, when Jenny McCarthy said Paul Schaefer, I almost said Paul Anka. Paul Schaefer, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't come up with that one on my own, but
It made sense
Yeah,
after she
it
said it.
made
I was
sense.
like, oh, yeah, that's him.
but anyway, that show's a lot of fun. I don't know if we have a good read on anybody else so far. I'm not really sure.
We had originally thought one of them was Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, yeah.
The tarantula spider. whatever it
Black
is.
Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow.
It did sound like her, but then we
That
didn't.
would be bold.
Yeah, we didn't see the first episode of the season, so I went back to see what she sang, and apparently she may have sung a Kelly Clarkson song, and that would be pretty freaking bold to sing your own song.
Right.
So yeah, now I'm thinking it's not her,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
We'll see.
It's a lot of fun.
We're watching it. And
Yeah.
if you guys want us to chat about it in next week's podcast, let us know.
How can we not? And let us know your guesses. Who do you think everybody is? And no spoilers if you actually know. I feel like, I don't know, are there actual
How could
spoilers out there?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I
don't-
feel like even
don't
a lot
think
of the
so.
people working on the show don't know who everybody
I
is.
heard last season, I didn't watch last season, but I heard on the radio them chatting about it, and they were like, this show is buttoned up tight. There
Yeah.
are like no spoilers for this.
Okay, well, leave your guesses in the comments.
Okay.
So now, it's
So now-
time to talk about Survivor.
Survivor.
Which I thought-
We talk.
It was pretty entertaining last night. It was funny.
It was fun.
It was really funny.
Well, that's because Nora is the star of the show.
She's
this
so funny.
episode.
Oh my god. Well, anyway, okay. Laro. Let's talk about the Laro tribe.
All right, so they came back from tribal, and guess what? People be spooning, and people be noticing too.
Mm.
Yup.
You know how dangerous it is to be in a showmance on this show?
On Survivor, yeah, it is dangerous,
I mean, Big Brother, we've seen people get away with it and do well with it.
especially in Canada.
Yeah, but even just look at this past season. Blah,
Yeah.
I know we don't want to, but
Well, or the season before that, or the season before that.
yeah, I mean, it's like running rampant on Big Brother.
Yeah.
But Survivor, it doesn't happen as often, maybe just because they're all gross and dirty and haven't really bathed.
I think they do keep it on the down low because a lot of people do end up getting together after the show.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it puts a huge target on your back.
Yeah.
So people are noticing Chelsea and Dean getting pretty close, getting pretty flirty.
Oh, spoonmans.
Going around the island.
Making deals. All right, so Missy and Aaron, a.k.a. Aaron, want to break it up.
They are working together. And
Right.
they see this showmance. And they're like,
Can't let it be.
that's got to go. But
Hey,
it's interesting.
Aaron, we can't let this happen.
Yeah. It's interesting because they are working so closely together. They're not a showmance per se.
No.
But they are going to emerge, I feel like, as a duo. So I'm kind of wondering why they wouldn't want to keep Chelsea and Dean around as kind of a shield for right now.
I think there's plenty of other shields.
I know, but when you're
An
a duo,
unbreakable bond.
you got to be careful
Yeah.
that you don't become the next big duo.
Right.
So I don't know.
Well, over at Vokai, Jamal is nervous.
Mm-hmm.
He feels like he's all alone.
He's still all shook up from that blind side of Molly.
Yeah. So he decides, I better get my ass in gear and start looking for an idol.
Mm-hmm.
So he does. And he finds one.
Whoa.
It always seems like whenever anybody has the idea on the show to go looking for an idol, they find one. I guess that's just editing.
I mean, how many times do people go out and look for idols and they don't find one and we just never see it on the show?
Yeah, because it's not part of the storyline.
It's not important. So
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of that we don't see.
And I noticed, too, that the lower thirds on this episode, they started saying, first idol, meaning is there going to be people with second idol?
Oh,
third
I
idol?
mean, I feel like the last few seasons, there have been so many idols in play that you can assume there will be more than one per person.
What about back in the day when there was like one freaking idol?
Yeah. Well,
Now
now
there's so many.
it's a different game.
Yeah,
It's
true.
a different game. But it seems like this season, a lot of people are having issues with deciding when to use the idol.
Yeah. Well, I think this season they did a good thing by making the idols from the Island of the Idols for a limited time only.
Right. And some of the rewards aren't even idols, which we'll get
Right.
to.
Right.
So a boat arrives at the Vokai camp, and
They get a
it's
note,
decision time.
and they're expecting, is this note going to say somebody's got to go? No, it doesn't. This note says you've got to make a unanimous decision, a unani,
To send somebody
Right.
to the Island of the Idols.
and if you can't come up with a unanimous decision, and then I was like, oh no, are they going to like draw rocks or something? No, they have to pick a name from the button bag, just
Right.
like on Project Runway.
Right. So everybody's like, oh, I don't want to go because they know it's going to put a huge target on
Yeah.
them.
Well, you know who does want to go? Nora!
Well, okay, if you're Nora, I feel like you should want to go.
Yeah, that's true.
Then again, I don't know if she realizes.
Does she realize how
Does
much
she-
trouble she's in right
Does she
now?
realize how on the outs she actually is? Because if she does know that, she should definitely want to go to the Island of the Idols.
I kind of have a feeling that she doesn't realize how much trouble she's really in right now.
I don't know. But Kelly is also sitting back watching all this, and she's like, oh crap. This is the first repeat for her tribe.
tribe,
This
yeah.
is the first, or whatever, this is the second person going from her tribe. So they're going to know what's up. Are they going to talk about this together?
I'm surprised
don't know
she
yet.
didn't want to go because she kind of already had
I
a
guess
target
she
on her
figured
back.
it would put more of a target on her if she potentially had like 2 idols or something.
Maybe.
So yeah, Nora volunteered to go, and they were all like, yeah, go, whatever.
Get out!
Yeah.
All right, so she arrives, and I'm not exactly sure if she knew that it was Rob and Sandra.
It seemed like maybe she wasn't as familiar with Rob and Sandra
Yeah, as the
as like
rest of the
Vince, who
people.
was crying when he met them.
Yeah.
I don't know. So anyway,
Hard to tell.
they start chatting about the game, and they're like, oh, what are you eating? Have you had any watermelon?
Watermelon? What?
So she's freaking out about that. I'm having freaking PTSD from last season of Big Brother.
Oh my god, no more watermelon.
And I
Ridiculous.
love watermelon.
I love watermelon too, but it's been
Come here, Bo.
really changed for me now since Jackson.
All right. Well,
AKA Mickey.
Anyway.
All right. So they're enjoying their watermelon, and Rob and Sandra tell her the lesson this week is about the art of persuasion.
Right. So they're going through all the different ways that you can persuade someone to do what you want them to do.
Right.
And they pulled out poor Eric, persuaded to use the immunity idol on somebody else, and then they voted him out.
That was a masterful.
It really was. That is really one of the all-time greatest moves ever.
Yeah. On Survivor.
Yeah.
All right.
No, on Life. So they were going through the different ways. And one of my favorite parts of this episode was just watching Rob and Sandra react. Mm-hmm. I was going to call her Debbie. To Nora.
Yeah. They were like, this girl's off the rails. She doesn't know what the hell's going on. So the challenge was to...
Well, first they told her what the next challenge was going to be.
Right. So armed with that information, they said to her, the challenge this week is you've got to persuade your tribe to make you the caller in that challenge.
Right, because the challenge is the one where the tribe is blindfolded and one person is kind of directing traffic and telling them what to do. So she's got to tell them, I want to be the caller, and for her to get the reward, they have to all agree to it.
Right.
So if she is successful, she's not going to get an immunity idol. She's going to get a different advantage.
She's going to get the right to block someone's vote at the vote.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
I'm assuming that's going to be
not as
anonymous.
Good as immunity, but
yeah, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then if she fails, she loses her vote for this week.
So, being Nora, she immediately is like, yeah, I'll do that. I can do that.
And they were kind of thinking, like, should she be doing this? Because I think they can tell what kind of a player she is. Maybe she doesn't have the best rapport with her tribe.
Maybe she has zero self-awareness. Maybe she has 0% chance of winning.
I don't know, but she's like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, right? And they're like,
sure.
You do you, Nora.
All right, so she returns.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a little crazy. She goes and tells them...
I'm sorry, but her telling what happened was magical.
I'm not even quite sure how she explained it. She was just like, they told me what the challenge was, and I'm going to tell you, but you first have to agree to unanimously make me something.
Well, I want to clarify, too. When she says they, she wasn't, like, telling them it was Rob and Sandra.
No.
She was just saying, like, the show told
Production.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was like, I can give you guys this information, but you have to agree to let me choose my role for this challenge.
Right.
And they were just like, I am not making the connection here. Like, how is this working?
How is this possible?
This is sketchy.
Yeah.
Kelly, who has been to the Island of the Idols, is just sitting back like, just enjoying the show. I'm surprised she didn't have some Survivor popcorn.
Yeah. So I guess basically everybody was like, yeah, whatever. And she told them that it was
the blindfolded
challenge. And
so then they start practicing.
Yeah.
And
she sucketh.
It was really bad.
She sucked so bad. People were like banging into stuff and falling over and...
Why are you telling me this when you're going to be standing behind me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there was a lot of confusion there.
So, fast forward to the immunity challenge.
Okay. All right. So.
It's really windy today. Sorry. Yes. The dogs do not like that. They don't like it.
They think that somebody's trying to sneak into their camp.
Yeah.
So, and steal fire. So anyway, it's time for the immunity challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeff is all like, all right, Vokai, you got to pick somebody to sit out because the tribes are uneven.
Right.
Who is it going to be? So
they said, we pick Nora.
Oh my God! And Nora was just like, me?
Yeah.
Oh, what now? I guess they didn't, I guess they didn't tell her ahead of time that she would be the one sitting out, but it seemed like they had all discussed it previously. So that was kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
She failed.
She did fail. Oh,
She
well.
failed, so if they're going to tribal, she's not going to have a vote this week.
All right. So, Vokai had an early lead.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say there was lots and lots of inappropriate touching. And which was great for Dan.
Dan.
He was okay. You know, it was allowed, I guess.
It was excusable this time.
It seemed like some of the touching was kind of weird, though. It wasn't... It made me very uncomfortable.
But yeah, Vokai had the strategy of having everyone go together instead of the three separate duos, because it's kind of hard to direct 3 different duos at a time. When you've got the other tribe also yelling, it's hard to hear. So I think it made a lot of sense to have everyone go together.
Right.
And that really made a difference.
Well, why don't we say who the callers were? The callers were Elizabeth and...
for Laro and Jason for Vokai.
Right.
Yeah, so Jason was killing it. Elizabeth was doing a pretty good job, but her tribe was kind of like sucking.
Jason was a really good caller, though.
Yeah.
He was very calm. He did not get flustered about anything. He was very calmly giving his directions and...
Yeah, but then over on the Laro tribe, it was getting frustrating because Elizabeth was giving Dean and Chelsea instructions. They were paired up.
Right.
And Dean was just like not listening. She was like, turn around. And he was like, what?
Well, despite them sucking, Elizabeth's and her calling made it to the puzzle and made up a lot of time.
Well, that was the cool thing about this one. Not only was the caller directing them to get these keys or pieces or whatever they're getting. I guess they were getting keys. But then, after that was all said and done, they were also directing one person to do a puzzle blindfolded.
I loved that they did that because I've never seen anything like that on the show before.
Yeah, it was cool. So again, Jason, super chill. I believe Kelly was doing the puzzle for them.
Right.
And he was just really, really calm. And then Elizabeth was kind of trying to hurry things along here.
She was getting a little...
well, she's trying to get that come from behind victory. And it was really close. And
the great thing about this puzzle was that it fit together even wrong.
Yeah, so it would fit together, but then the pattern was wrong.
Right.
So Laro had all their pieces together, but they messed up the pattern. They had to go back and fix it.
They thought they won, but they didn't.
Right.
Which gave Jason and Vokai a chance to sneak in there and reclaim their lead and win.
Right.
So it was good that Nora was out.
I'm really curious how Nora would have done as the caller. I'm really, really curious. I would have loved to have seen it, but then she would have been in a lot of trouble when they lost.
She would have been voted out for sure. For sure.
So that was fun.
All right. So Elizabeth and her Laro tribe are going to...
Tribal.
Oh,
no. Second week in a row.
Yeah.
So Karishma's freaking out because she knows...
I'm going home.
She knows she's at the bottom of the totem pole right now.
Yeah. I hate when people are just like, I'm going home. Do something about it.
Well, she's doing stuff, but she knows that she's in trouble. I think that's what she's saying. So Elizabeth is feeling bad because she feels like she was the reason they lost.
Goes on the apology tour.
Yeah, and I mean...
It's my fault. I'm sorry. But it wasn't really her fault.
No. Dean. No. This tribe is full of athletes. So they're like, oh, Elizabeth, like, don't worry about it. You did fantastic.
Right.
Which, again, she did do great. But, like, they're going to be very accepting of her apology. And they're going to want to take out somebody more like Karishma or
they don't want to
somebody
give up
else.
their
I don't know.
swimmer. I mean, when you look at the challenges on this show, at least 50% of them are water challenges.
Yeah.
You don't want to get rid of your swimmer before the merge.
Right. Well, we already saw at the beginning of the episode that Aaron and Missy are thinking about getting rid of Dean because they want to split up that showmance. And also, Aaron says that Dean's resume is garbage.
It's garbage. It's trash. Get it out of here.
He's underperforming in the challenges, and they say, what's the point? Also...
I say, he's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, I don't know. Missy...
I do know.
Yeah, Missy also feels like she could have Karishma in her back pocket if she keeps her around. Mm-hmm. She could get her to vote the way that she wants.
Good luck. Good luck on that.
Well, anyway, they present the idea to Elizabeth and Elaine. And we saw what happened
We don't want Dean to go.
when it was proposed last week to take out Tom.
Dad.
And Elizabeth and Dean were like, no. So,
Yeah.
again, they're like, no, we don't wanna.
Yeah.
So, they're not happy about that.
So
Missy's trying to come up with another plan.
yeah, let's get rid of Chelsea. Let's get rid of the other half of the showmans.
And that's kind of like, whoa, because they got their girls' alliance going on.
Yeah.
But
The health of the tribe is more important than the girls' alliance, I guess, right?
yeah, so again, Elaine is like, I can't believe that Missy wants to take out Chelsea now. Elaine, do you understand how this game works? Somebody's going to have to go.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to have to go.
So they go to tribal, and Jeff's like,
Yep.
No, actually, there's a plan Z.
She was sounding a little bit like, ooh, maybe I'm staying. And Missy had this, like, big speech where she was like, yo, all of us could be in trouble. Like, you never know. So don't be feeling too comfortable.
Yeah, when you start feeling comfortable, that's when your number's up.
Missy was like a survivor philosopher at last night's tribal. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So then they
I
were...
think she's really going to go far. At least
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. So then they were talking about blindsides, and everybody's like, oh, I love a blindside.
Of course.
Including
Everybody
Chelsea.
loves a blind side unless you're the blind side.
Yeah. So, it was time for the vote.
Yeah. No idol was played. And Chelsea was blindsided
Oh.
with an idol in her pocket.
And Sandra was all like, you got your blindside, girl.
She got one idol in her pocket, and the other one is giving up peacetime.
Yeah. So that is the second week in a row somebody is blindsided and leaves with an idol.
Yeah, but
Oof.
this whole season was all blindside so far.
Yeah. But I'm saying leaving with an idol in your pocket, ooh, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. So the scenes from next week, so exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Even though the tribes are not even, are they?
Mm-mm.
No. I guess they usually do the merge no matter what.
It's not a
the
merge.
I'm sorry, the shake up no
Right.
matter
It's
what.
a tribe swap.
I think like in the past that it pretty much started because the tribes were so uneven.
But now it's kind of like a fixture in the game.
Yeah. So it's time to drop them buffs.
This is exciting.
I have heard, right, that it's predetermined. It's not like a crapshoot.
No, what?
Don't they have little names on the...
No, they want an even number or a close to even number, I believe, of guys and girls on each tribe.
Mm-hmm.
So they have like the girls' plate with all the buffs and the guys' plate.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think that's what the predetermined part is.
Okay.
But it's not predetermined.
Okay.
Who's going to be on what tribe?
That's good because that would really suck if they made it seem like
Yeah.
it was...
No, I think that's just to keep the number
girls
of
and
guys
guys?
and girls pretty
Okay,
even.
that's
Yeah.
cool then. All right, so that was Survivor for this week. Let us know what you thought about
Good
it
times.
in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, if not, then don't let us know.
All right. Let's talk about Dancing with the Stars Disney Week.
Yeah,
This is so exciting.
Love Disney Week. It is the highlight of the season. Besides Halloween.
It's magical. Our dog just plopped on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. So they started out the episode at Disneyland for the opening number.
This was the huge opening number of your dreams.
It was spectacular. How long do you think it took them to shoot that?
I think a long time because they went all over the park.
They had all the characters.
They had some characters there who were also integral to the opening number. They stayed in the same costumes. It was magical.
I loved
just
it.
Loved it.
Yeah. Huge props to them for pulling that off because it was
Crane
amazing.
shots and all kinds of stuff. It was beautiful. I
Mm-hmm.
loved it. I thought the whole episode was going to be at Disneyland. Then I was like,
No.
oh no, we're back in the ballroom.
Sorry. All right.
Well-
Well, anyway.
They started off the show with Sailor and Val, of course.
She was like, oh my God, I'm going first.
I don't know if I could do So they danced to a Cinderella song, and she was Cinderella. He was Prince Charming.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought this was her best dance so far.
I thought so too. I thought she did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think she's better at the ballroom dances where she's in hold, for
Yep.
sure, as opposed to like the Latin ones.
Yeah.
So this was a big week for her.
Yeah.
I thought she brought it.
Mm-hmm. Karamo and Jenna were up next, and they were dancing a samba, one of the hardest dances.
It is. There's a lot of technique involved.
Especially to the Lion King song. That's not exactly a samba.
Technically it could work, but I feel like it was a little bit off for samba.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was just the tempo of it. It was a little too slow.
If you're not a dancer, to have to do a samba and then do it to that song, it's a lot.
Well, everybody look left. Everybody look right. Every single week now, Karamo is underscored.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, I feel like Karamo is underscored every week, and it breaks my heart.
I see these other people, like Spicy, they say, oh, he's trying.
So is Karamo!
Is dancing his damn heart out.
And he brings the
Give him some
personality
props.
every time.
Yeah.
Every time. So, yeah.
He's having a great time, too.
If you're going to reward someone because they're trying really hard.
Reward Karamo, because he deserves it.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think he is getting better, too.
I think so.
All right.
Apparently, they got something against him. I don't know. Kate and Pasha.
Oh, my God. Love them.
Mary Poppins.
This was a great...
They pulled out the non-ballroom, non-Latin dances this week. We
Yeah.
got a jazz dance.
There was jazz. There was contemporary later on.
She floated in.
I love it.
That was so much fun.
I would have loved to if they had done a song from the second Mary Poppins, because there's so many bops in that. Oh my God. Triple Little Light Fantastic.
Yeah, that would have been so much fun.
So much fun.
I guess maybe they couldn't get clearance for that, or maybe they wanted to float in, or...
Maybe they just wanted to go original Mary Poppins.
Well, I kind of found it disappointing and boring.
Really? Well, okay.
That's not her fault, though. That's the choreography.
She said she had a background in jazz, so obviously she brought it. But I would agree. It wasn't the most exciting choreography, but I still found it entertaining.
Well, you know who else found it quite entertaining? Freaking Carrie Ann fell off her chair.
What was that?
There was a vibrating broom on the floor.
Yeah.
And Tom went to go pick it up.
Carrie Ann freaked out and fell off her chair.
Fell
First of
off
all,
a little podium.
I can't believe they have those like wheelie office chairs on a platform.
Right.
That seems dangerous.
It does seem extremely dangerous.
Have they always had those chairs?
Yes.
Well, it seemed to be a problem this week because I remember later on in the episode too, they were worried that Bruno's chair was not going to be there when he sat his ass down, and they had to like make sure. I don't know. There was something wacky going on with those chairs.
Why is there not like a little ledge, like railing thing to keep the chairs from going off the edge?
Why do they not have chairs that don't have wheels on them?
Why do they not have little high chair seat belts on there?
I don't know.
All right, well...
But anyway, I thought it was still a strong performance from Kate and Pasha.
Yeah.
Maybe not the most exciting, but I thought it was solid.
All right, well, everybody knows that the Lady and the Tramp remake or live-action remake is coming up. And they had the Lady and the Tramp dogs there. And the one who plays Tramp is a shelter dog that they found and trained for the role. And he was adorable.
They were both so sweet.
I
But,
loved it.
okay, so I believe that movie's only going to be coming out on Disney Plus, their new streaming service. And I would love to get me some Disney Plus, but we already have so many streaming things. I don't know that we can get another one.
I know. We just saw a commercial for something that was going to be on Apple TV streaming.
We did?
Yeah. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, that like morning show one with Jennifer Aniston and Reese
Yeah.
Witherspoon and Steve Carell. Yeah.
Now we got to get that too?
No, we can't. We can't. It's too much. But anyway, if you guys get Disney Plus, let me know if it's worth it because ugh,
I mean, it looks worth it.
I know. Oh my God. Okay.
All right.
We'll have to think about it. Okay.
All right.
So it was really cute to see the dogs on the
Yeah.
show.
So then Spicy and Lindsay were up next with their Toy Story. Come on. He's no Woody. He should have been the prospector.
Don't do this to Toy Story. Okay, so they were doing a quick step and
Again, another difficult dance.
yeah.
You've got a friend in me.
Okay, I have to say too, I was really touched by his video package talking about his dad.
Yeah.
He's
Absolutely.
even, political stuff aside, he's still a person, and I thought it was great to see that side of him. Mm-hmm. It was very emotional.
It was.
So then, put that aside, he gets out there and does his dance, and
he's still stiff.
Yes, like the judges say, he's trying, but
they really watered the song down too and made it slow AF.
I felt like it was quick steps to foxtrot tempo. Like, it felt very slow.
It was a lot of walking too. Mm-hmm. We need more skipping.
Yeah, so the judges were like raving about this, which was a little bit weird.
Must have hit her head when she fell off of her little podium because she gave him a 7.
Why are you giving Sean Spicer the same score that you're giving Karamo?
Exactly.
What is this? What is this?
Karamo is dancing his little heart out.
I don't get it, but whatever.
There's politics.
Moving on.
Allie and Sasha.
Okay, they had the first and only contemporary dance of the night.
Right.
So they were dancing to Beauty and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. What if it was Beauty and the Beast from
Beauty and
the Lion King? So yeah, they had a contemporary dance. I thought she was dancing her heart out.
I felt like it wasn't that smooth.
Yeah, I mean, I had issues with some of it, but I thought she was giving it everything she had.
Well, you know what I can't get past in her? During the thing, during the dance, it's okay to be, like, overacting and being larger than life and everything, but in life, she's larger than life.
Oh, you must hate me then.
She just freaking... No, I don't. She just... When the camera's on and they're and Erin is interviewing people and everything, and she's all like, "Oh, what? Get in there!" It bugs the shit out of me. I'm sorry. It's too much.
Is she actually just like that? Because I don't know that she's playing it up. I think she's just like really.
How can anybody be like that?
Well,
you're not that bad. This is too much. This is too much.
I don't know. I gotta stick up for her. I really feel like she's just an excitable person. She's very passionate.
I don't know. But they got all 9s. Mm-hmm. And it was the first 9s of the season.
That was a big deal.
It was a BFD. Mm-hmm. A BFD.
Yeah.
All right, so then they debuted the new Frozen 2 song.
Oh my god! And Daniela finally got to be in the spotlight. She got to be Elsa in this.
Yeah.
She danced beautifully.
Good for her.
And raise your hand if you're excited for Frozen 2. Oh my god!
They are really hyping the S out of this at Target.
And I'm living for it. Oh my god, I love seeing
all the Svens lined up.
All the toys and
the life-size Svens to ride on.
Yeah.
Looks like a lot of fun. I think all of the kiddies are really going to love it.
I'm going to love it. We're definitely seeing that in the theaters.
Don't overreact.
I will.
All right, so then the song, if you're interested, is called Into the Unknown.
Right.
And next up was Lauren and Gleb. Lauren Elena. She was Little Mermaid.
Oh my god, Little Mermaid. Okay, Little Mermaid is about to have a huge moment because they're doing like the live special in November.
In November, yeah.
They're working on the live action film, which I believe Lin-Manuel is writing some new songs with Alan Menken.
Right.
What? Wait, was it Alan Menken or Tim Rice? I always get the two confused.
I'm not sure.
Okay, but anyway, LMM is working on it. That's so exciting.
It's going to be an all-star cast.
Yeah, I'm super freaking pumped for this live one too. Ugh. But anyway.
They had a samba. Mm-hmm. And girl, I want to see some samba rolls. And
they're not ready yet. It's too early in the season.
Weak.
Yeah. I have to say, she had some hip action in there, which was great. But I have to agree with Carrie Ann. There was some wacky stuff going on with her arms, especially in the beginning of this routine.
I felt like Len was a little rude to her.
There was some weird exchange here.
And she stood up for herself.
Well, okay, because he was trying to give her some technical stuff, and she was like, what? Because she couldn't hear him.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, you don't want me to say? Like, I'm not going to say it. So then she was like, no, I just couldn't hear you. And he was like, well, I'm not saying it.
That was stupid.
I don't know. It was
That
weird.
was stupid.
I think sometimes he gets pissed because he's the only judge that really knows what they're talking about when it comes to ballroom and Latin dances. And, you know, he gets booed all the time.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes he is an ass.
sometimes, but a lot of times he has
has-
something important to
Yes.
say.
It's funny because we're watching this and she says exactly what Len says before he says it.
Right.
So,
Well,
you're a little Len.
I know some stuff.
I think she was overscored though.
Yeah.
Definitely overscored.
All right.
All right.
Still
Well,
fun, though.
Yeah.
Still a lot of fun.
Kel and Whitney up next.
Oh, my God!
Hey, it's High School Musical.
I
We're
felt
all
like
in
this
together.
Was a huge breakout for Kel.
It was a jazz routine, and it was excellent.
And we got to learn that Kel did musical theater in high school, which is so fun. I would love to see some of his old, footage of his performances. That would be a blast.
This, like I said, was excellent, but the scores were not excellent.
I thought, okay,
This is
I
horseshit.
thought this was a given that it was going to be all nines, if not the first 10 of the season.
Yeah.
Because he was that great. He really let loose. He was really feeling it. And you could see it. He did a great job. But no, not only did he not get he didn't get any 10s. He didn't even get all 9s.
No. He got
What?
an 8 from Len.
Was he still freaking pissed from that Lauren Elena exchange or what? Because that was messed up.
I
That
was
was
very
messed
upset
up.
about that.
Yeah.
All right, so then Hannah and Alan, they were Aladdin and Jasmine.
Aww. From the
And-
new one.
Yeah,
She was wearing the pink dress.
right. And it was a whole new world, one of my favorite Disney songs,
So good.
the Foxtrot, and I thought it was really beautiful.
I
And
thought
again-
it was gorgeous.
Len gave her an 8, a 7.
A 7?
A 7.
What?
A 7.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he was just in a bad mood after that thing happened, and he was just, like, not having it.
Ugh.
That was insane.
All right, well, James and Emma, they were doing the old Pirates of the Caribbean.
Woo! Every time somebody does a number from Pirates of the Caribbean, I think of Riker
Right.
from years past when he put on
Iconic.
his guy liner and he
Loved
really
it.
got into character. So now it was James's turn.
Was fun and great.
Right.
Not 100%, but an 8 from Len and an 8 from,
Bruno?
yeah.
What is
I couldn't
going
think
on
of his
here?
name. My dog's stomach is gurgling, and all I could think of is,
baby.
oh no.
Poor baby.
But 2 8s. Come on.
Yeah.
This was at least as good as Allie's, if not better.
I feel like they're holding him to a higher standard, but it's
Yeah.
not fair that they're not doing that to other people that also have some
Right.
sort of performing experience.
Yeah.
Whatever. So then it was time to
upsetting.
find out who's in the bottom 2, but just kidding. No one is. No one's going home
Yeah.
because it's Disney week.
At least they didn't make them stand there and be like,
Oh, yeah.
this
And,
one's
like,
safe.
get
This
down
one's
to the
safe.
final.
This one's safe.
Well, I think they were also really short on
They
time.
were very short on time.
So I'm kind of wondering if that was the plan. And then they were like,
Maybe.
we can't do that. We don't have time. Because
Maybe.
they were already rolling credits
Yeah.
before the show was
And
over.
we were thinking, like, how are they going to get rid of somebody? They're already rolling the credits.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. No one's going.
Yeah, so that was a fun episode. I'm sad that it's over. I always look forward to Disney Week.
I'm looking forward to a Halloween theme. Either, I guess it's going to be the week after next week, right?
I think so. I'm trying to think of the dates. Yeah, I feel like it's the week after.
Yeah.
Because Halloween's on a Thursday.
So will they do the mini groups versus the mini groups then
Ooh, yeah, I love
for
that.
the Halloween episode?
Yeah, hopefully.
That's something to look forward to. I have no idea what the theme is for this coming week. If you do, please leave it in the comments, and we would appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, they should be bumping it up to 2 dances soon.
Yeah,
'cause we're
soon.
getting, we're running out of people here.
Yeah, this is getting tired.
Mm-hmm.
God, this is like becoming my favorite reality show.
Oh?
Below Deck. The
Woo!
Ridge. I think it's
All
season
right.
7.
I think it
and
is
we're
season
at
7.
Episode 2. And
Okay, so when we left off last time, it was all, Jesus, Mr. Dobson. Kevin, the chef, was having a poo-poo problem.
he was delivering soft brown babies in
No!
the toilet. Many of
And,
them.
okay,
Quadruplets.
the editor, again, in this episode, killing it. showing us them brown foods when he's talking about his stomach problems.
Right, so Kate is very nice to him, even though he's not the nicest to her.
They're still getting used to each other.
Imodium.
Yeah. Do you want it to come out faster or slower?
Yeah, that was genius.
Well, he's got a proposal dinner to set up for, so he can't be cooking from the toilet.
So he's making some crappy sous vide, and that thing is beeping, and it's driving everybody nuts.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So this was a really special, I'm so excited about it, really special proposal.
Right.
It was away from everybody else.
I mean, she had to know it was coming, right? He chartered this yacht in the first place, and then he's like, we're having a dinner separate from everybody else.
Was it like their anniversary or something?
I don't know. But Kate pulled out all the stops. She set up a violinist for them.
Yeah.
And,
but she kind of blew it when she interrupted clearing the table in the middle of the proposal.
It wasn't like he was down on his knee yet, though, right? Wasn't this like the pre?
I don't think he went down on his knee.
I thought he did.
Did he?
I thought he did.
He said, I don't want to do life without you.
Aww.
I mean, whatever floats their boat between them, but I thought the proposal was a little weak. But, I mean...
Well, congratulations to them.
Congratulations. She said yes.
And then they called their dog.
They Skyped the dog.
That's
the dog
nice.
Said, cool, bring me back some
The dog said,
fizzle sticks.
Who are you?
Yeah. Captain Lee was loving it. He loves love.
You can tell that Captain Lee is such a softie. He loves love. Whenever he
He
talks
loves
about
his
his
wife.
oh my God, so cute.
I think the two of them are great together.
Yes.
I love it.
Captain Lee and Marianne.
Yeah. And anytime,
Couple goals.
Kate has said in the past, anytime that Captain Lee calls her, his wife is on the other line too.
What?
His wife is on the other line.
Oh, when he calls
too.
Kate. I thought you meant when he calls his wife, and I was like,
No.
yeah, I hope she's there.
No, when he, after, like, when they're not filming, when he
Right.
calls Kate to, like, shoot the shit because
Yeah.
they're friends outside of the show. His
They're
wife
always
is
together.
Yeah, exactly.
Aww.
I love that. I love love.
Well, Abby has a little bit of a different relationship.
She's in an open relationship with her boyfriend, who just happens to be a captain as well.
So, obviously, she is cool with hooking up with crew.
Okay.
And she seems to have set her eyes on someone.
I wonder who. If you didn't know, it's Ashton.
Oh, boy. So, before we get there, we got to get these guests off the boat, right? The proposal's done. Get out. We got to clean up.
They had a great time. They're saying goodbye to everybody. I would not want to be hugging these people because it is freaking hot there, and they're sweating through those
sweat
uniforms.
exchange. Oh,
he almost forgot to give the tip. His new fiance had to say, "Hey, you forgot something."
yeah. It seemed like a pretty decent tip. I think they got like $1,500 each.
Yeah. So
that's pretty good.
At the tip meeting, Kevin said, "Yeah, it was good. But there were a few kinks, Captain Lee."
With service. He called out the stews.
Kate was pissed.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
I mean, that is something that could have been addressed in private.
Absolutely.
But
He is a bull in a china shop, I feel like. I really feel like he is lacking finesse.
yeah.
He's not dripping in finesse.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens there.
All right, well, it's party time. Everybody knows when you get your little pile of money with the paperclip on it, it's time to go out and party.
Dinner and drinks. So, okay, this is always exciting. And it's especially exciting because it's the first time they're all going out together this season.
So all the guys are freaking falling all over Courtney, who doesn't want to have anything to do with anybody. She just wants to stay home like an old lady.
I have to say, I was skeptical about her the first episode because she was all like, oh, I'd rather drink wine and not work, blah, blah, blah.
I hate work.
But she is hilarious.
She is hilarious.
She's really bringing the humor here.
I hope she comes back another season.
Well, let's not get crazy yet. Like, let's see how she does the rest of the season.
On.
Let's see how she does. But she is pretty funny so far. I was not expecting her to be that funny.
You know who's not falling over her? Tanner, because he likes them cougars.
Oh, boy. He's
into
trying to get
Kate.
with Kate.
Will he?
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. He's not he's not Jesus, but
Yeah. He's not boat Jesus.
no.
So anyway, back to Abby. We mentioned before she's into Ashton.
And he's got a history with redheads.
Riley. But he's also got a history of just trying to get with everyone.
He's picking up freaking randos at the bar and telling them that he loves them.
Excuse me, do you know that you're beautiful? That was a
Oh
horrible
my
accent, I'm
God.
sorry. But anyway, yeah, he's hitting on everybody at the bar. She's like, I want some of that.
Yeah.
So she's trying to get all up on him, and he's like, oh, I love you.
The downer of the episode was freaking Ryan
Oh.
telling Courtney, could you please laugh and smile more? I hate when guys tell girls, oh, could you please smile? Could you please laugh?
That is
Why you have
so
such a frown on
rude.
it?
That is so rude.
Have you ever been told that?
I have. And
I
I've
have
been
too.
told that by a priest.
Ugh.
And it's not that one. It's the other one.
Oh, God.
But anyway, it's uncomfortable. And it's just like, I'm not here to be visually appealing to
Yeah.
you.
You do you.
I've been told that
Let
by a
me
bunch
do
of
me.
people, but the
Yeah.
priest thing really freaked me out.
You should smile more.
Oh, so gross. It really reminds me of the Beetlejuice song, Creepy Old Guy. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
anyway.
All right, so it's bunny pad sleepover time.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I just want to say her comeback to that was hilarious. Like, maybe you should be funnier. Okay, so yeah, Ashton is trying to make things happen here. He's like, I want to have a sleepover on the bunny pad. And he invited everybody. It wasn't just Abby. So the whole deck crew
But
was up
it
there
seemed
hanging out.
Like the only two that were left up there in the morning was her and Ashton.
Yeah, but nothing happened.
Or did it?
She said no. I feel like they would have been forthcoming with that information.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
maybe
this is
something-
below deck.
Maybe something happened and they forgot.
I don't know. I feel like nothing happened.
It seemed like the only person who had a sad hangover was Kate after all was said and
Oh no,
done.
it was so crazy. Well, they were all saying that the alcohol there was a lot stronger. I think it was just because it's so hot there that
Yeah.
they're all dehydrated.
Yeah.
So that alcohol is hitting them
More
hard.
concentrated. It's more
Yeah.
concentrated.
So they were all pretty like, bleh, but she was really feeling it.
Yeah. So Ryan gets wind of
Is it Ryan or Brian?
it's Ryan.
I thought his name was Brian.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Brian.
I don't know.
I don't think there's a Ryan on this season.
You sure?
I'm looking it up right now.
All right. Well, I'm going back in my notes too. And
I'm pretty sure
you think it's Brian?
it's Brian.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Let's see. His freaking name is Brian.
All right, it's Brian. All right.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Sorry, guys. Ryan apologizes to Courtney because he didn't realize how dickish he was being, and she's okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like whatever.
Well, I don't think she's gonna forget that.
We'll see. So they have the
Preference
meeting
sheet meeting.
for the next charter.
It is a returning primary.
Mafia guy.
I
Is he
mean,
though?
they're assuming he might be in the mafia because they're not really sure what he does for work, and it's
mean,
kind of sketchy.
They're not saying, "Hey, it's Mafia guy." They're just like,
They're like, "Ooh."
maybe he's in the Mafia.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, his wife,
She has a lingerie company.
she's also extra AF. Love it.
She's very flirty with the crew,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess he's okay with that. As long as she comes home to him, I guess.
I don't know. I've never seen The Sopranos before.
I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, Tanner is now this season's Colin.
Yes.
Talking to his parents on the phone.
He called his parents, and they were hilarious.
Oh my god. Apparently he's like the baby in his family.
Yeah.
So he gets away with everything.
Are you having fun, Tana? Did you get a hooker? Did you go out? Did you have sex?
Oh my god. Is she like a cool mom from Mean Girls?
I don't know.
Does anybody need a condom?
Is he from Long Island?
I'm not sure if it's Long Island or Staten Island, but
Okay, one of the islands.
yeah.
It was great. I loved it.
So that's fun. I wonder if his parents are going to come visit at some point. I
hope so. I really hope so.
Yeah.
So Kevin, he was upset with service.
He wants to fix that problem.
Yeah, he has got a meeting with Kate and the other stews, and I guess Kate was pissed at first, but I guess she realized
She knows that this is something that needs to happen. They need to iron things out, see how each of them work so that
Right.
it's all smooth.
I mean, is he above her? Are they equal?
I'm trying to think of who has more stripes on their.
I'm not sure who's more.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. But, I mean, he's got a certain way of doing things. Food is very important. She realizes that.
That's a huge part of the tip, so.
Yeah. So they work it out. Captain Lee, just like Captain Sandy, do not like when people don't have their walkies.
I mean, we've seen that can be a life or death thing.
Yes.
Look at last season when Ashton went overboard, and if people weren't wearing their radios when Riley was all like, we got a man overboard.
Yeah, she should have said it like a little bit louder and a few more
times.
Well,
she was calm. She was very calm. But he could have died if people didn't know about that.
Right.
So it's really important. It's not just like a June Hannah thing when you can't get in touch with someone. Right. That could be really dangerous.
So the deck crew had a meeting with Captain Lee, and they ironed that out. So it's time for the charter guests to arrive.
Oh, boy.
I didn't know Drunk Girl was on this charter.
What the hell was going on? Lady in the white.
Freaking Drunk Girl, that's going to be her name, was having a panic attack. And
that was a lot.
Something was just off, though.
I hope she's okay.
Like, scene. Somebody asked Kate if she was the captain.
She should have said yes.
The scenes from next week were Drunk Girl strikes again. And things are not going so great for Mr. Kevin.
Well, because the charter guests were like, we want to go fishing and we want you to cook whatever we catch. Well, what happens if they don't catch anything?
I don't know if Kevin had a plan B or not.
It seems like he didn't think of a backup plan.
Yeah. Also, they requested a seafood extravaganza.
Right, so
I don't know.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know if his idea of extravaganza and the guest's idea of extravaganza were the same thing.
Here's some tuna.
I mean, did they want, like, the dinner of the 7 fishes? Or, you know.
I don't know. But it looks like it's going to be an exciting charter.
I can't wait. I'm there for it.
Of course.
The more outrageous, the better. Bring them on. I just wonder how much they play this up for the show.
I don't know. I've wondered that, too.
And how much of these guests are, like...
faux real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
But let us know your thoughts in the comments, as always.
Oh my God, is that the end of the podcast?
That is.
Aww.
So thank you so much for listening again.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. We really do. And hopefully we're going to be able to get this on a podcast.
We just got to pick out a host,
site.
And then we'll be good to go.
Yeah. So it's going to either be this podcast or the next podcast for sure.
Woo!
For sure, Z's.
Yay.
And we really appreciate you again. Thanks for all your support, watching / listening.
Yep.
It means a lot to us.
Until next time, much love.